every day I'm working to preserve, our legacy. The more that I can accomplish, the more mouths that I can feed, the more people that can help, the bigger our legacy will be.
Just wanted to fuck with the hotness. All I wanted to do was have a record and be a manager and live in a little room. I could eat, I could live in my crib. There's really nothing else except the hotness.
Listen, it was all love back then. We were moguls sharing bunk beds. You know what I'm saying? We were flat broke, trying to make payroll, trying to keep it afloat. We had great conviction. We were determined, we were hardworking, we were united. United not just on our own camp, but united with hip-hop, period.
From nothing, hip-hop has become a billion-dollar industry, and it's still growing. But as hip-hop becomes more corporate, can it still maintain the culture that began it all? This is the story of some of the hard-working and dedicated people behind the stars, the album releases, and the award shows, who make it happen for the artists and for the fans.
Can you at least understand that from me and the group standpoint, we're tired of getting fucked?
Every day they fight for the creative genius to survive an increasingly corporate culture.
Manager. Here's what I'm saying. He's not getting on a plane at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning to do a round table. Someone should have planned that if Pecos is going to book a show at 2:30 and you do a round table at 5:30 and we got album release in stores and everything these last 2 days, he's a human being. Change something or give something up. Move the round table back.
The labels that put out hip-hop want a sure return on their money. For them, it's not about artistic vision. Speakerboxxx, The Love Below was not the album Arista wanted and was not supporting it. We all know the end of this story. OutKast smashed established attitudes about hip-hop by becoming the first rap group to win the Grammy for Album of the Year. But back on the day of its release, the battle with the label is still going on, and Blue Williams is in the middle of it. It's his job to fight for OutKast every step of the way.
And you remember we're doing Letterman the next day. He's sitting in with Paul Schaefer the whole show. So I'm supposed to look like shit on TV the next day so that I can do the round table at Pecos and them schedule like that? It don't make no sense to me.
Everything ain't always business. Like, he understand that we're people too, you know what I'm saying? And like, say if you gotta get up and go get on a flight at 6 in the morning or something, like, he understand if you had a show that night, you know what I'm saying? He'll try to accommodate that. Well, I'll try to, move things to get you there comfortably and won't try to burn you out.
It's not realistic. I'm saying that he's going home, he's gonna get some sleep. He'll get off the plane at 5.
It's not a pushover, He'll go get a hustler, he'll get out there, And at the same time, he's not like, ignorant or nothing like that or just foolish. He's like a respectable type of guy, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's not like, okay, just thugged out or whatever. He can handle business and he knows how to talk to people.
Nah, that's probably the real number because that's what the price has been set for. Like, he's doing a show next week for it. Actually, that's actually giving people, if you think about it, it's a discount because we're doing $1.50 a show. So I'm doing it for a third. Yeah, cuz hold on a second. As a manager, if I don't hunt, I don't eat, period. Like, if I'm not out there finding my artists money, I don't eat. I only get paid if they get paid. So I gotta be out here fighting the fights for them, hopefully making their game and their world easier, which in turn will make my world easier.
He's there to get his money, period, point blank. He's not gonna haggle, he's not gonna settle, because I've argued with him on several occasions, and it is what it is. You have to respect him for that.
I mean, make sure your people feel comfortable. That's all, and hit me back. Yeah, the date's available now. I can still lock it up. I'm easily spending half of my waking hours on the phone. My cell phone bill last month was $3,000. My cell phone bill the month before was like $2,800. It's communication. Like as a manager, you got to be accessible. So, and you can't take everybody's calls. So somebody's still gonna be like, I can't get Blue on the phone. But you got to take them in order of priorities. You still got to, you got to pick who you're gonna talk to. Certain people don't know how to cut straight to the chase.
September 30th, 2003, the fifth and some say final album from the Atlanta-based group OutKast has hit the streets today. Big Boi and Andre 3000 are hard at work, bonding with their fans. Any new album is a gamble. This one's especially risky. It's a double album that consists of 2 solo albums. How will the public react to this strange format? Does this signal the end of the group? Will people feel Dre's new style? Arista is nervous about the reception.
The record company was just like, why would we do 2 separate albums? We just need an OutKast record. We need Dre rapping more. We need all this other shit. The record companies are usually like banks. They're giving loans. They're not interested in your vision. They're not interested a lot of times in, what's so different about your shit. They just want to know how can they make money.
From the beginning, the unorthodox style of OutKast has made record companies nervous.
We like to slow roast the music before it come out, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a home-cooked meal. We ain't gonna give y'all none of that fast food.
Right now, it's Blue's job to make sure the launch goes as planned. The stakes are high. The album has to make its sales numbers. Blue arrives at the in-store. The fans are mad deep to show support for these guys. It's an all-white crowd.
Damn shame that we got white folks supporting it more than black folks.
We ain't rabid fans, brother.
Right.
Really, like, we be fans of somebody.
Yeah.
But like, white people be fans. Like,
right.
We was in Oklahoma, we met a white kid. He had OutKast tattoo like on his, like right under his belly button.
The line for autographs is a block long, but the group needs to jet for an interview at CNN. For Blue, it's eat, win, and where you can get it.
It's the lifestyle. Eat while you go. All right, some chicken, some honey mustard.
How many home-cooked meals you get on a regular basis?
Once or twice a month. If somebody's cooking, I'm there eating.
And in entertainment, musical boundaries just do not apply when you're the duo OutKast. The Grammy-winning pair have a daring new album out now, which challenges fans to not only accept them as a team, but as individuals as well. Tell us why you guys decided to do that individually. Dre?
They both started as solo projects, and we decided that the next big OutKast project would be greater if we would keep them together. It's like a team, a great balance.
The group moves to the famous black record store Cypher Sounds and the SWATs in the Hood and ATL. It seems that Homeboy was wrong. Black fans do support the group. But the record store is playing the cleaned up version of the album. Dre and Big Boi can't believe what they're hearing. The group keeps smiling for the fans while Blue deals with the label. The shit hits the fan.
Right now, the guys are sitting there listening to the clean album. This is the first time they've heard the clean album, and like the changes that were made to the clean album, they're totally unhappy with it. I think you have to be at odds with the label, but I think you have to learn how to communicate with the label so they respect you. I don't think it helps to go in there throwing stuff, burning stuff, cursing everybody out every day. I think you have to be able to do that. Not every day, but there are days you got to go in there and do that. I mean, you got to make your point. Everyone lives in their little micro world, and your world involves sales and things like that. But as a group, I understand it, but as a group and the shit that we've been dealing with, we've been getting fucked this whole project. I'm tired of us suffering whenever Arista runs into some bullshit. We turn in a record, changes get made without our fault. That's production and legal's fault. When do we ever not get screwed? We killed to get this project out. Like, we fought with each other. Can you at least understand that from me and the group standpoint? We're tired of getting fucked. I can make this argument because I manage OutKast and they put out great music. So I think that's why I can talk that talk. I can stand on my soapbox and say that because the groups I have are working to put out good quality music.
Killer Mike stops by. Even on release day, a manager can't ignore his other clients.
I appreciate the dude because he tailor fits his suit to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not about getting with Blue and him getting you on the next big pop record. Like he's gonna see your vision and co-opt your vision and make it happen the right way. So that's why he's my man. That's why I fuck with him. That's why I ride with Family Trina. Really, he the Bill Parcells of this shit, man. He ain't cute about it. He ain't nice about it all the time. He give it to you like you don't want to hear it. But when you got it, it's good. It makes you a better player. You know what I'm saying? So either you're going to be Lawrence Taylor or you're going to get the fuck out the league.
Blue has a couple of hours before the OutKast release party. He drops in on another client, Case.
Yo, there's no one at your front. It's Blue.
Blue is my manager. He keeps everybody in line. I mean, he does it from top to bottom. If I'm on the road, if the dude that carries the bags is late getting the bags, then Blue fires him. And then if you go to the top, if the president of the record company is not doing what he's supposed to do, then Blue, he addresses that too. What he does is he makes sure that I get the best thing for me as an artist. He keeps me in line sometimes when I need it. That's not often, but I don't know if I can tell you what he does to keep me in line. I mean, sometimes let me water this down. Sometimes I'm late coming out of the club. So Blue makes sure that I get out the club on time.
They all head to the party to celebrate the release of the album. It seems like the whole ATL has come out to kick it with OutKast.
He's not with me. I'm checking cats quick. You ain't with me, though. You need to stand right here.
Blue never stops working. Major record deals, to tours, to parking cars.
Stuff. Excuse me, ladies. We're about to put a car right here.
Blue takes a minute to revel in his success, but he can't kick it too hard. He's on a flight to Puerto Rico first thing in the morning for the roundtable at the 2003 Mix Show Summit. The plane is the only place where Blue can get any peace and quiet.
You know, we run around, we're in Puerto Rico now. We have the breakout, so. And then tomorrow we're on our way to New York to do Letterman.
Blue gets the sales numbers from the first day.
It's starting to feel a lot better. I guess anything short of last time's numbers, I'm not gonna be happy with. But I mean, I got the reports from yesterday are like going gold the first week. Word of mouth is rolling, and that's what's gonna carry us over. It's not gonna have anything to do with marketing.
They're in a battle with Dave Matthews Band for #1.
You know, we're trying to stay ahead of Dave Matthews and them and get in #1 this week on record sales. They said they sold 100,000 on the website. We did 87,000 in Best Buy yesterday and had a huge reorder, but now here comes the Arista BS.
There's a serious problem brewing. Arista has decided to play it safe and only deliver 500,000 albums to the stores. Blue wanted 1 million, and to make things worse, the label decided on complicated fold-over packaging that they just found out is hard to manufacture. They won't be able to restock the stores.
And now to come to the group and say, well, we can't do this. Since, first of all, the fold-over piece, we didn't come up with that idea. Like, y'all came up with that idea. Now you're telling me that idea doesn't work, and you didn't realize it until the day my album comes out, and now you want me to change my album artwork? I've been beat up over the last few weeks fighting this label every day, so it's hard for me. It's making me real cynical this week. Like I told Big, stop calling me looking to be excited. Like this ain't the week that I'm the hype man that I usually am. I won't believe my #1 until I see the numbers next week.
After just 24 hours in Puerto Rico, Blue arrives in New York for OutKast's appearance on the David Letterman show. The crisis is escalating fast. Fans want to buy the album but can't get it.
Well, now it's 7 o'clock. Now I make all my West Coast calls. Come on, Larry, you know that there's 200,000 in stores that aren't going to buy us. There's 100,000 in Iowa or somewhere. That don't count. You should have sent 50,000 in Iowa and 100,000 to another 100,000 in LA or something like that. It's looking ugly, put it that way. Because of this, it looks like it's going to be a real problem.
The fellas make it to David Letterman's studio. While the group gets ready for the show, Blue hits the phone again. It's time to let the label know what's up.
So once again, it's not OutKast. It's not something that OutKast did. When we miss radio, everybody wants to trip out. But when y'all fuck up, don't nobody call and apologize to me nor the guys. Jordan fucked this up, Mark. The reality is that he made us put those placards on there that now manufacturing can't do quick enough. So I'm gonna be short in stores. So now instead of me doing what may have been 600, but Jordan being conservative as usual, didn't push 1 million in the stores, as we all said a month ago. I think I said, it's like you, same way you want to say what you want to say is right, Mark. How come it's never, you know what, Blue, you were right. When we sat down in the room again a year ago, or the last 3 months, I've been saying to all y'all, Jordan's gonna short us, and we're gonna be short. I've been saying that to all y'all. Like, y'all so busy blowing me off half the time. You motherfuckers act like I don't be right sometimes. Like, and me with records on Sunset in freaking LA is out of records? How stupid is that? If I'm in a fight with Dave Matthews because Dave Matthews not neck and neck with now, I'm cool. But if I'm in a fight with Dave Matthews because I don't have enough numbers in the stores, I'll call you right back. I don't have enough units in the stores. That's what I'm saying. It's not right. This is fucked up, man. This is totally Arista mistakes. This is a total Arista mistake. Not to put a million OutKast units in the stores was stupid. Realistically, I don't care to say we're almost at 900,000. It was stupid. There was no way not to put a million OutKast in the stores. Second, to have something be your idea and you not find out till the day the album comes out that it's going to cause a problem in manufacturing. Like, and then your first reaction is to completely change the album artwork. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of.
Appreciate it, dog. Playing all the hits.
What's the consumer gonna think? Like, how confused the consumer gonna be because you completely changed the artwork? Like, it's cool. Like I said, you know what? Congratulations if becoming #1. You know, I'm just trying to fix it.
Man, appreciate all the love and support, man. We're gonna keep on banging through y'all. Believe that. What's up, sir? Huh?
At the end of the day, a manager don't have a real description. Like, there's nothing in music that describes what a manager does. You know what I'm saying? Like, some managers get you deals. Some managers fuck with you after the deal. Some managers get you endorsements. Some managers get you shows. You know what I'm saying? What I say is when he tailor cuts his suit to you know what I'm saying? He sees what your vision is and what you want to do.
You become an integral part of that person's day-to-day life because everything, you know, stems from their ability to function and be creative. Whether it's making sure that their mortgage is paid to, you know, dealing with the relationship issues. Because if their heads aren't right, then they can't get it right creatively in the studio. So I feel it's, you know, to me, all-encompassing. It becomes a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week thing.
The first annual Vibe Awards are popping in LA. Platinum recording artists Ludacris and Chingy are in town to perform at the ceremony. Chaka Zulu, Chingy's manager, discovered Chingy back in 2003 and brought him into the Disturbing the Peace family. Now Chingy is up for the Best New Artist.
That's like my mentor, man. It's my manager, also my business partner. We started the whole Disturbing the Peace kind of together as far as the business is concerned. Man, he's just a very wise, very intelligent individual.
On their way to the venue, Chris and Chaka are running lines for an upcoming film Ludacris is doing.
You see, we're black, and black people don't tip, so you know she wasn't gonna do nothing for us.
Something, how much you leaving her?
What?
That's all he does, he says laugh. He just Peter laugh.
No, I said what? That was the next line right there. See, I'm on point. My manager's not on point.
Hold on.
Have to get another manager.
Easy.
The group checks in at the Santa Monica Civic Auditorium. This is Vibe Magazine's first whack at an award show. It's a star-studded event, and the fellas are here to represent.
That's the girl that was on the set. Remember the girl that was on the video set?
Shaka gets the Disturbing the Peace crew together.
Shauna and Fade will be doing what they do. Walk back in between them because they still gonna be dancing.
The pressure is on. The original plan was for Ludacris and Chingy to perform separate numbers. But the organizers want them to hit the stage together. It's pretty fucked up. Choreography is heavy. It even includes a couple of disabled dancers.
For the Vibe performance, we're doing a hybrid between Ludacris and Chingy. It's a very 11th hour production. Hi-Hat done a lot of videos with us, kind of stepped it up in the last minute, delivered for me, got me some dances, some choreography, helped me to piece a show together. It ain't what I wanted to do, but you just gotta do what you gotta do. Yo, y'all got that down? You got the timing? Y'all trying to get y'all timing down so that y'all can come. So when you come out, you should be coming out this way.
They're not getting the crutch stuff because they brought aluminum instead of the wooden that we practice with. Because they do it better with the wooden. So we'll have that for the show.
You'll hear Chris's stop, and it'll be an explosion, which should be a pyro with it. Well, it's got to be tight. One more. We're going to do one more run. Hold on. Where's
We gotta go real quick or we can't do it again, guys.
Where's Chingy? Go to the bathroom. Start without him. Go ahead.
2 solid hours of work and Chaka is still not feeling the power. And there's only time for one more rehearsal tomorrow before the show. It's been a long day already, but Chaka still has business to deal with. He's got a high-level meeting at Capitol Records about the promotion for Chingy's new release.
This is so Russell.
It's all smiles as he meets Capitol Records VP Wendy Goldstein in the lobby. There seems to be a lot of love here, but this is the record business. Wendy and the label execs let us know that this meeting is private.
All right. Out.
In any meeting that you're gonna have, sometimes you're gonna come out of the meeting smiling. You know, that was one of those meetings I had a flare-up. Started out smooth and everything was good. We were doing a lot of handshaking and smiling, but in 2 seconds it just got real, heated. But when you leave the office, you shake hands, respect each other, agree to disagree, try to make it a win-win situation and move forward, and that's the language of business.
Chaka's beat down, but he's gotta stay on his grind. He drops by the studio to check up on Chingy.
Good shit. That nigga Sam did get that shit though.
He gets the Best Manager Award of the year.
The legendary.
Best Manager Award of the year, man.
The
Get it, boys.
Infamous.
Don't forget.
Worldwide. Chaka Zulu.
The reason I call him legendary because he the one kind of found me, you know what I'm saying? They basically gave us a chance to pursue our dreams and do what we do right now. He's the legendary Chaka Zulu. He's known over in London, Switzerland, France. He's known in the States. He's a great dude, man. What else can I say? Chaka Zulu.
Chaka Zulu's about ready to call it a night. Then he gets a phone call. More angry fallout from the Capitol Records meeting.
Is that all? I ain't even listening yet.
Nobody,
You tell me I'll
listen,
come out here tomorrow.
nobody talk, you can't talk to lawyers. Ain't nobody asked me for nothing. For who?
They need it.
No, why? I'm sitting there paying for studio time. I'm paying for studio time. What are you talking about?
Chaka, he has his own opinion on life. No one can tell him, when he thinks he's right, he's gonna be right. You know what I mean? And he's gonna explain to you why he feels he's right.
Okay, well then I will sit down and explain to him why it ain't that way. But that's not business. That's personal. It is not a given. It's not a given until you get a deal.
Like I said, he forms his own opinions, and his own opinions sometimes can become fact, just based on how strong his opinion is.
You know what I'm saying? He can't be telling me what I'm gonna be doing in 9 months and all that other stuff. The whole terms of the deal is gonna change. Tomorrow I'm in the studio, so we'll talk about it tomorrow. I can think about
It's the day of the show. The final rehearsal is still rough. They're gonna have to work it out on the air.
So we got 3 more tickets. Two more tickets over there.
Chaka calls a meeting in the parking lot of the Civic Center to plot out the strategy for the evening.
So then you just go straight over there?
The red carpet is from 4 to 6.
4 to 5:30.
4 to 5:30. So we know how he is. We want to do red carpet at about 5.
Exactly. That's why right now, just so you know, right now the cars are scheduled over there or at the W.
Who we got at out there?
Titty, 20.
Shauna.
JC.
JC.
Oh no. 20.
All right, so 60,
Shauna, Titty,
5,
Fade.
That's
JC,
11.
Chris. Me.
That's 11. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. With Chris, I can let Shauna sit there next to him. I ain't got to be on the camera.
Like Chris and Shauna and Fade.
Chingy, but Chingy's up for an award, so I told Chris, because even though we performing early, Chris, we want to leave, but I told him we need to stay in case he wins.
There's 2 hours before the red carpet. Just enough time to hit Rodeo Drive and grab some fresh new gear for the event.
Got to do it, man.
Right. See, that's that manager stuff.
You got to work hard to make money, and you got to work hard to spend it. But, you know what I'm saying?
Thinking about getting whatever.
As long as I can tighten my belt whenever I need to.
It's belt buckles for the king. I'm gonna let y'all get a sneak peek. This lady made it for me in Detroit. I'd like to thank her. I don't know her name or anything, but I like to thank her. Just feel like a king. You know what I'm saying? Look, see that lady, they looking at me, they know I'm a king.
Chaka's trying to relax, but they can always track him down.
If I was to describe my relationship with my phone and my two-way, one is my wife and one is my mistress. My two-way would be my wife. I love my two-way. She's there for me. I can look her in the eyes and I can say whatever I want to say. My cell phone is my mistress. Sometimes I don't want to see her. Sometimes I don't want to be around her. I just want her there for when I need to pick her up, say what I got to say, and put her down. See how hard managers work? Go straight. See right there with them group of Negroes, all that. They look out of place. Don't they look out of place?
Chaka gets some inside info. He's been told that Chingy's won Best New Artist.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I want to keep Chris and everybody around for when he wins. Okay.
You want the red carpet?
No, he won. Okay. All right, good.
With all the equipment and wardrobe, there's no room for Chaka in the truck.
This is hip hop, nigga. If I was walking. Let's do it. This is what we call the hurry up and wait game. If you ain't waiting, you're in a rush. You're rushing. The industry is just like it's a hurry up and wait game. So, you know, last minute things, whatever. So we had to get to the red carpet, but of course it's most important that the artists get there. So I sacrificed my luxury in the vehicle that I had all day so that they can get there on time. We used to walk back in the day anyway, 2 blocks. Yeah. It's a beautiful night, fresh air. You know what I'm saying? Put a little crease in my sneakers, it's not a problem. And enjoy the thing, man. Enjoy the thing.
The red carpet is in full effect. Chaka works it, touching down with everybody, getting mad love. The DTP settles into the venue, but there's a serious fuck up. DJ Snow left the records in the vehicle they came in.
DJ left the records in the car service that picked us up. Now we can't find it. We perform in like 15 minutes. It's crazy. Management duty. I think it was a Def Jam car. It's a Def Jam car.
Monique, then why don't you ask Monique? You know I don't do cars.
Okay, they said, JC said
Hello?
you had to know.
No, I never, because he's a fucking idiot.
You know, we lost the records for a few minutes. You know, things happen. Murphy's Law, I guess. Well, if anything can go wrong, it will. DJ left the records in the car. We only had 15 minutes before performance. We got him with 5 minutes to spare. You know, God bless. What else can you say? It's the rap life. There's an award that Chingy's up for. What time did they announce that award? Do you know?
What's going to happen is after they perform,
Best New Artist.
Chris is going to take the production guy. He's going to take Chingy and pull him aside and see.
Because that's when the award is next.
Yeah, exactly.
It's showtime.
So our Father, our Creator up in heaven, we pray for you tonight. We need a lot of energy and focus. We're going on stage to entertain a lot of people. We're taking it to the next level plateau. We got one of our artists up for a very big award tonight. Hopefully he will win. These are big moves and big things for DTP. We're growing as a family. We're focused, we're energetic, we're positive, and let's stay that way. These things and many more we ask in your name. Amen.
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 The show goes off without a hitch, and the crowd shows them mad love.
We're going to win. You know, it's one time you up for an award, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's the first one million, Chingy brings home, you know what I'm saying? Break our little spell. We've been nominated a number of times. We need to take her home, and from here on, it's all downhill. We're going to cruise control from here. Take it, all right? There you go.
First one for the rookie. We get it.
I think the key with the 7-piece succeeding was that you now had to have another star. Luda has definitely established himself as a superstar, but what strengthened DTP and Chaka is Chingy's rise, because now you have a two-headed monster. Now you have more than just one artist who is carrying the load.
It's award time, and DTP is confident of a win. But up-and-comer Joe Budden gets the award.
This punk? I mean, seriously, this ain't punk, this is low. They gave it to you.
So, you know, it's slick, nigga. You know what we say, motivation? Okay. You still gonna party, celebrate, do it. Motivation. You have more shit to prove.
I'm going out with y'all.
We was up for 2 awards with Chingy. Didn't come away with any. One we felt was just like a robbery, but that's just motivation. Focus, catch the artist, let them know that he just gotta work harder, continue to prove themselves. Good things comes to those, you know, continue to be consistent and work hard. Other than that, we had a great show. Got to see a lot of our friends that we usually hang around with, politic a little bit. You know, the first Vibe Awards, you know, inaugural. It's a beautiful thing. You can't be mad about too much. So, you know, just keep working, stay focused, stay low, keep firing.
They're all feeling down, but this is hip-hop. The best cure for depression is a tight-ass party. Missy Elliott's throwing an off-the-hook event down in Hollywood and Highland. Crowd control gets pretty shady.
How many, sir? We got 20 over here. I'm going to get Chingy. Put him in single file line, I'll move. Right there, go. Y'all deal with that.
This be the bullshit. I mean, you want to party, you want to enjoy, but it just gets so fanatical. Let me tell you how you know when shit is ready to pop off. When there's a party and all the police are not your ethnicity. That's when some shit is ready to pop off. Because they will beat the shit out of every black person out here.
Chaka plays the background, letting his artist shine.
There's a certain level of anonymity that goes with the game. After this show, it might be gone. Let's see how I get to lay in the cut and all the people gravitate to them. I like that. So I keep the bucket low, stay focused, and watch everything that's going on.
My artist, I try to play big brother, mentor, and that's necessarily father, because everybody doesn't always want to father, but if I have to, I'll play that role. And just try to be some type of example to them. And like, my experiences are way more vast, and because I've been in that mode where I wanted to be an artist and things like that, I understand the mentality, I understand the ego, I understand what can make a person act a certain way. When it comes to these young guys that's out here and they get a hit song or they get on this TV and you get all these women coming at you and things like that, I can't tell a person not to indulge in women because I did it before. So the only thing you can do is try to guide them a little bit. You're not ultimately responsible for all of their actions. The only thing you're responsible for as a person who may know more is to let them know the pitfalls so they can make the decisions. And then let them know that whatever decision you make, there's responsibilities or repercussions. There's payoff or there's downfall.
Management. This is Management 101.
A promoter wants to book OutKast for a concert. More questions about what's up with Dre and Big Boi. They aren't touring together. Blue is forced to promote OutKast without Dre.
You know, we have Big has a whole album that, you know, the new album is 2 separate albums. So it's a combination of the new album and then the hits with Big Boi doing his verses. So, you know, songs like So Fresh, So Clean, there's actually 2 verses of Big Boi and 1 verse of Dre. So, you know, you do So Fresh, So Clean and you end up chopping off the Dre verse. So it's a complete show. We rocked it in Europe. We've done it a couple of times. The crowd still gets the hits, which is what the meat of it is. The thing about life is that what everyone wants is their priority. So when they need it is what's the most important thing in the world. If the publicist calls, he needs an interview done by today. If the booking agent calls about a show, they need the answer on the show today. Everybody needs it today. Like there's never give me a week. I need it right now. Like I need to. And so that becomes the problem, and then you got to figure out what's really about today and what's really not about today.
There's a reason why these cats are in demand. From the beginning, they've pushed the envelope and redefined hip-hop.
The evolution of OutKast's music comes from their ability to put their personal lives and their experiences in their art. They do this first record, they're a bunch of hungry hip-hop kids. They come from this dungeon family where it's these southern cats who are on some, like, they're not crunk rappers or chant rappers, they're lyricists. It's about having the tightest bars, and they grow in this workman shop kind of place, similar to the inspiration being the native tongues, where you had Tribe and De La and all that. Dungeon Family was built sort of off that. You know, if you talk to Dre and Big Boi, their early influences were De La and Tribe and those groups. They've been able to make creative, artsy kind of stuff, the critically acclaimed type of music where you just really don't give a damn about commercial sales. You just go in a whole different direction with your next record. You don't care about living up and making it sound like part 2 of the last record. And they've succeeded.
To have them separate themselves and have 2 albums that are so different in style and sound, but that complement each other so perfectly, I think that that was brilliant.
But how does the record company feel about it? There's a whole other world behind the desk of a record label executive.
What I was trying to do is get the track and then hear the track, and from the track derive a theme of what the record could possibly be. I know for something like that, LL would be great for it, Joe Budden would be great for it, okay?
Tina Davis is a record executive at Def Jam. She's overseen album releases for some of the biggest names in hip-hop: DMX, Method Man, Redman, and LL Cool J.
We wanted to do a remix to it, and have it
She's put together smash soundtracks for Rush Hour, Belly, and How to Be a Player. Behind the scenes, she's one of the most influential people in the industry.
If you don't have the A&R department, you don't have a record, you can't market, you can't promote, you can't set it up in retail, you can't do anything. So A&R is the most important part. Having the song and having the artist and the star is the most important part. How you doing?
You want something to drink? Oh, I'm fine. You sure?
This guy is a manager. He's coming to meet with Tina to push some of his artists.
What you treating? Out of all these tracks on here, because you've listened to all of them, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Which one you think is the undeniable that I really need to have right now and listen to it before you walk out of the building? Because otherwise I'm just going to listen to it as I'm driving down, going home. You know what I mean?
I'm going to say at least more than half.
Okay, all right.
You can go track 3, 4, 7, and 9.
Well, slow down now. Wait a minute. It's funny to put in words what sound or what I'm listening for when I listen to a demo of an artist that make me want to sign them. This creative thing is something that's in my mind, that, and a feeling that comes over me when I hear a record that I personally feel, that I feel music will eventually get to when it's time for us to release it. Are these snippets? See, LL got a track that's kind of like that. I'm not mad at that, though. I like he used different sounds. You know what? That track would probably, like that dun 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 dun, that's kind of annoying in a sense. Dun 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 dun, kind of give you a West Coasty feel. Yeah. And that kind of takes me somewhere else with it. You can give me a version of this without the dun 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 dun. Yeah. Can you do that one? I'm gonna keep listening later, but definitely that number 7 without the dun 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 dun. I think my experiences have helped me now to know what we are looking for as a company and what the industry is looking for, and research. Just researching what music has been for the last 15, 20, 30, 40 years, researching where music could possibly go. I'm gonna hold that one.
That's the artist Nick Fury that we have.
How old is Nick?
Nick 21.
What makes him special? With us having as many rappers that we have, what makes him so special that we gotta tell Ludacris and Young Guns and everybody else that they gotta wait because Nick Fury's coming?
Nick Fury has, when everyone says they have it, they have that man. They have
Everybody
that guy.
say the exact same thing.
I don't like saying that. I just like saying the guy's very special.
Record executives like Tina have only a few minutes to give most managers. If she doesn't see immediate potential, the meeting's over, and a new hopeful comes in to pitch their product.
Actually, it was a good meeting, but you can't stop here. One meeting is nothing. One meeting is nothing. You gotta keep going.
My name is Nino Villanova, and I'm the president of the Union Label Records. The meeting was about implying some of my artists from different areas like Chicago, Atlanta, New York City into the Def Jam system.
The only thing I don't like about that part is that it reminded me of 50, the chorus. That's it. Everything else didn't. But just the way that it went on the chorus, it just reminded me of it. And that, you don't need to be, not necessarily compete, but compared to him at all, because he ain't the same thing. Now, I like this one right here. Put this one out. Because this separates him from everybody else. You know what I mean? My advice would be to stay focused and don't do anything that doesn't pertain to your goal. That's the advice that came from Russell. Because you have to hustle as hard as the record label. So build your own story so that when you do walk in the door, I'm not offering you a hot dog and a beer. I'm going to offer you the best thing I can possibly offer you, because there's a bidding war going on out there, and you've built so much momentum on your style and your records and you yourself that I need to be in business with you.
So he's already had a performance. We haven't been grooming him to make sure that he knows what he's doing, that he's just not sitting up on stage, standing there. He has a stage show, he has stage presence, he has a personality, and he has songs.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Blue Williams has entered the building.
Blue Williams drops in for a visit, surprising even our film crew.
Oh, hey!
Hip-hop is a small world, and the higher you go, the smaller it gets. Despite his sometimes confrontational attitude towards record labels, Blue knows that in hip-hop, staying on top means staying in touch.
What's up, sir? You good?
Looking good, yeah.
Clean up nicely, boy.
Hey, come on.
Keep it right for dark-skinned brother. Chantel, boy. We keep it clean.
What managers do, they're a filter. There aren't a lot of good managers out right now, I have to say that.
Gina Davis, great individual, you know, real honest A&R in the music industry. Pleasure to know her, man. I just feel like she's groomed me from when I was a little pup coming up in this game, man. I'm just honored that I can still get in her office and be a part and privy to her knowledge. Thank you. God bless you.
I think the music industry can be very evil, but it can be beautiful for some people. It's all in what you make it. I think you think about the future, but you live in the present.
Rap is an escape, yeah, but it's not an escape to get out the ghetto and stay out the ghetto unless you really, 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 really love this game. You'll get a check real quick and burn it out if you're hot enough, but unless you're really true to the art form, you're gonna go away.
The south side of Chicago is known for its gritty neighborhoods, but the young Kanye West brought a different kind of acclaim to the south side streets.
Labels are hesitant to take chances because of the financial risk at stake. I mean, you know, to put out a record, you're talking about not only the artist's advance and production and overhead, things of that nature, but you're talking about a couple $1 million in marketing and video. They want to make sure that not only do they get a return on their investment, that the return makes sense. So that, you know, to make a profit, you know, nowadays you got to sell some real records.
Everybody tries to figure you out and put you in a box. You can't do that. By the time you figure me out, I'll be out.
Kanye West burst out of Chicago's South Side to redefine hip-hop.
You want a bowl of milk? Or do you want a bowl of dry cereal? Or would you rather put those things together? And that's what I am.
He's been called a prodigy. Since 8th grade, he's been producing tracks for some of hip-hop's most prominent artists. But when Kanye first stepped up to the mic, he got no love from record execs.
Kanye was not taken seriously when he first tried to be an MC. People tried to talk him out of rapping and wanted him to give up his beats for his demo and beats for his album, and people always try to discourage him. But Kanye always believed in himself. You know, it's very obvious that he's confident.
But confidence wasn't enough to convince labels that Kanye had what it took to bring in big profit. His unorthodox style of emceeing made him too much of a gamble for most labels who often want a sure thing. But Kanye never backed down from his desire to be an MC. He kept the tracks and kept the faith. Jay-Z and Damon Dash went against the general wisdom and added Kanye to the Rockefeller family. The gamble paid off with songs like Through the Wire and Jesus Walks, hitting the airwaves, breaking all the rules. Who knew that bringing Jesus back to the top 40 could be so lucrative?
God took me into his hands and said, yo, Kanye, I decided that I want it to be your time. I always had like a good ear, I guess, at picking out what pop culture was like. Because hip-hop had tried to give the word pop a bad connotation. Pop is the best thing you can be. Nigga, you popular. Niggas know who you are. When I made this album, people was thinking like, yo, I feel like it's gonna be a great album. It's gonna be like a best-kept secret type joint. And I'm gonna tell you like this. I feel like I'm cold. Nigga, I like my album too. So what do you think is the best album this year? Mine. And it's no offense against nobody else, but this is just as a hip-hop fan. I got a hell of a lot of bad advice. Don't sample. Like, people really, I'm talking about arguments, 3-hour arguments. Sampling is fucked up, it's robbing the music, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't know. You're only 16. You don't know what you're talking about. Yes, I do. I know. Just because I'm 16 doesn't mean I don't know what good music is. You don't know. I've been making money at this. You still stay with your mom. Just because I stay with my mom don't mean I'm... Because, you know, I was like a prodigy. I was doing beats in 7th grade and going up, and people were just looking at me crazy and saying this and this and that and that. And all they can say now is, hey, man, you're blowing up, man. You think I can get a verse for cheap? Nope. And, you know, sometimes people take offense to what I say, but I'm just like a comedian. I'm like the rap version of Dave Chappelle. But I just say the line, and it's really a serious line, but I make it so you can swallow it. You know, it's like I kind of like take dead prayers and mix it with Ludacris humor. And, like, it just kind of worked. All I can say about it is cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
All Falls Down, Through the Wire, Slow Jams, Jesus Walks. Kanye West is all over the charts. His ability to mix up his style has earned him a reputation as an innovator.
Everybody always felt whatever song I brought out would put me in a box. If I came out with Jesus Walks first, they thought, let me take my gum out. They thought I would be considered to be a Christian rapper. If I came out with All Falls Down, people would have thought I was a conscious rapper. If I came out with Workout Plan, people would have thought I was a funny rapper or whatever. If I came out everything, but I feel like all these are what makes up a regular person. And I am a regular person.
It's positive rap. He's not cussing every other sentence, and he's not talking about shooting people up. He's not talking about, you know, he's not focusing on clothes or unrealistic things that we as fans will never obtain. He's talking about real things, and we can relate to him because we're college students.
I think labels and just the masses look at Kanye as such an innovator because he's not afraid. He's not afraid to express himself. He's not afraid to take chances. I mean, you got a guy who produces a song named Jesus Walks, puts it on his album and makes it a single, and now it's a hit. I mean, that took such guts. But because he's such a visionary and believed in his movement and had a team behind him, he can make it happen.
Some people don't believe in Jesus, so it's like if you just hear that constantly, it's just breaking so many barriers to have that on there. And then the fans demanded it. And also for it to be played in the clubs. You know, people in the clubs doing whatever. There's a song about Jesus and people are dancing to it and getting crunked up to that. It just shows you if you make good music, you can put whatever message you want behind it. It shows the power of message and melody. There was so many voices, you know, not being spoken for at the time that I represented. The voice of, you know, the working class person, the college dropout, the regular guy that likes jewelry but likes girls or likes religion at the same time.
But Kanye had to work hard to convince labels that his style could be profitable for them too.
I came out the gate with my elbows like this. Like, at any given time you try to push me this far, I'm gonna go this far. Anytime you push me to the left, I'm gonna go right. That's the only way that you can keep from being in a box. And I took my career to my own hands.
I think Kanye has proven that you can take chances and still make money. But at the same time, you know, you have these labels who are now searching for the next backpack rapper. Now it's safe to do that because Kanye has proven that you can sell records doing it. But they're not being innovative and they're not taking any real chances. They're just following somebody else's lead. They're following Kanye's lead.
January 2004. Speakerboxxx The Love Below has been #1 for 6 weeks, and sales have topped 8 million. But OutKast and Blue get shocking news. L.A. Reid, the head of Arista, has been fired. Reid has been the champion of OutKast since the very beginning. He gave them their first record deal when Dre and Big Boi were just 17 years old.
The biggest thing he did as an executive being smart, he let them be different. He allowed them to grow and to do different things and not try to stifle them.
LA gave them so much space to do what they wanted to. They grew. It nurtured them into being creative and being musicians. He didn't stunt them. He would give advice like, well, I don't know if that's gonna work for the radio, but it's your choice.
We just have to keep rolling in stride. We weren't happy, but we couldn't just mess up this project. We got to get this record to as many sales as we can.
The Grammy Awards are in LA tonight. At this point, Speakerboxxx The Love Below has sold more than 9 million copies. OutKast is up for 6 Grammys, including Album of the Year, an honor usually reserved for rock and pop groups.
We're gonna get a lot of these.
Blue meets with his squad to plan strategy for the ceremony and their massive after party.
Have you seen the most recent master list?
We have a list here that basically has, there's 1,200 people on this list, okay? They have not all RSVP'd, and a lot of people are, then there's 300 people being accommodated within cars. People in bold have actually RSVP'd.
Okay.
All these artists are in town, like Jay-Z, Mary J, Sean Paul, Alicia Keys, Jamie Foxx, Twista, that whole crew. My main thing I need to know from you is who needs to be able to drive up and who doesn't. I assume all the record label prez people, big celebs, if Sean Paul pulls up in his car, they're cool to go.
If Sean Paul shows up with him, her, and his security, I don't mind letting the security up, but then we need to decide we're gonna make security stay outside.
The security people, they kind of have a little designated area so that they're not, you know, infiltrating or taking up too much body space.
Okay, so then like somebody like a Snoop can't show up with 5 bodyguards thinking all 5, and then him plus the 2 or 3 that we said. Something's got to be cut.
Everyone
I told Gilly that.
pretty much limited their security to 1. So that's why we have numbers and stuff of like, okay, well, Lincoln Park, you're supposed to be in 17, and Jimmy Jam, you're in number 25 and whatever, so that we can check like that. Because like if Sam Jackson's car rolls up, which is supposed to have Sam Jackson and a guest in it, and it's 2 people from the firm, no.
Blue and the group have decided to make a bold statement. They want L.A. Reid, Arista's former head, to sit with them at the Grammys.
The guys have 1 guest each, like that's with camera seats, so we can put LA next to them to make that statement that we were supporting L.A. Reid even in this time. And all we did was move the 2 guests that were next to the guys to right where LA sits on, which we're just making sure we're there. Okay. You know, at the awards, you get the natural butterflies in your stomach. Building up to it, you don't listen to the hype, because then you start buying into the hype. Around Thursday and Friday last week, I actually started getting nervous because everyone was saying that we were going to win, and we were supposed to win. And that's when I started getting nervous about us, especially the Album of the Year one. That was the big one that we wanted. We'd already won a Rap Album of the Year.
As expected, OutKast takes home the Album of the Year Grammy. They give major props to L.A. Reid by inviting him on stage to share the moment of glory.
The Album of the Year was really important for the guys, for myself. It's an important award in music. It makes us the first rap group to ever win an Album of the Year award. So it was important for us to get that.
No one is more excited by the victory than the moms of Dre, Big Boi, and Blue.
I like the way you move. How you do it?
Over 1,500 guests crowd into a Hollywood Hills mansion.
Let's get these cars moving so I can get OutKast up here. I got OutKast coming up. Let's move them. Yo, let me let them in, folks.
Watch out, clear the way, clear the way.
Give your mom a kiss on the cheek. Give her a kiss on the cheek.
That's an amazing young man who's worked very, very hard over the last 10 years, and tonight is just a culmination of all of that effort that he's put forth. He loves the group. OutKast is amazing. They deserve it. They're going to make the music industry turn around and stand up on its head, and I'm glad that Blue is a part of it, and I'm proud to be his mom.
Congratulations. My nigga Blue. Yeah. One day, I'm gonna be like this nigga.
Thank you, baby. Thank you very much, baby. Couldn't do without y'all help, baby. All right, thank you, sir. New York niggas want to cut this open, right? This is my cigar. I'm not fucking with them. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, baby. Yeah, thank you. Yo, this right here, Harrison Promotions. This is why we win Grammys. Right here. Steve Bartles, Rick, the crew. This is how we do it, all right? They know how we do it.
Blue shares a private moment with L.A. Reid.
You leaving, Mr. Reid?
Yes, I'm out, sir. Hey. Thank you. Boy, I'm indebted forever.
Don't forget us.
L.A. Reid was supportive, and he knew our fans and what they wanted, and he allowed us to do it. And once you got past the initial confusion of what it was, and people just really were like, yo, this is really just good music, it was really easier. You know, the music spoke for itself.
The party continues into the night as everybody celebrates the triumph of the album that almost never happened.
After like a year and a half of working on the record, and the pressure started kicking, it was like, oh snap, like, there's no guarantee. We could like fall off too. Like, it could have gone left very easily to be here. And I think that's what I'm most confident about, like how easily this could have been a totally left turn.
Proud of them, man. Evolution is a group. They grew as a group, they grew as individuals, and they continue to put it down. Can't argue with that. They're not afraid to take chances. And when they take chances and push the envelope, they still win.
You walk into a label with a plan, and you make them stick with it, and everything else falls in place. I think Album of the Year means a number of different things. On the business level, it means that on the touring side, prices go up. The record sales will see a tremendous jump this week. It sort of puts a stamp on the amount of respectability they have amongst their peers. In terms of history, it puts OutKast where it gets us closer to where I feel they should be as the greatest rap group of all time.
Congratulations, man. Thank you, baby. Thanks,
So what is the moral of this story? Hip-hop is a billion-dollar industry with billion-dollar companies behind it. Where does it go next? Will it survive its own corporate hype? The executives in the industry will have to meet that challenge, like Kevin Liles.
I make money with you. So at the end of the day, if you're not selling a lot of records,
then I'm in trouble.
I'm not making a lot of money.
Right.
So, you know, I want to make a lot of money. So I want everybody to sell records. I want everybody to feed their families. And I want everybody to be responsible for a culture that has done so much for them.
This is my job, to provide an infrastructure, a company sensitive to creative people and their desires to get it on and win. That's all I can provide. So Def Jam will represent that kid that's going to steer hip-hop in its next direction.
The artists that we have at Def Jam, many of them have long-term careers, over 20 years or so. For instance, LL Cool J. You know, he always kept it real. The best expression hip-hop has. Keep it real,